So, what if a simple coin flip could make you rich, but also test your relationship with every single person around you? That's exactly what happened in what seemed like a normal college classroom. And we're going to break down this incredible social experiment step by step. But before we dive in, just take a second. Put yourself in that student's shoes with everyone watching. One single flip is going to decide two totally different futures. What's your gut reaction? What would you do?
To really get that dilemma, we have to go back to the beginning. It all kicked off with a simple but absolutely extraordinary offer on what should have been just another Tuesday.
Okay, picture this. You're sitting in a college lecture, probably bored out of your mind, and suddenly the YouTuber Mr. Beast just walks in. He asks who subscribes to his channel. One student raises his hand, and bam, just like that, he's at the front of the room staring down an unbelievable proposition. All right, here's the deal. The student gets a coin. If it lands on the money symbol, he wins 30 grand and his classmates get absolutely nothing. If it lands on the tiger symbol, he gets nothing, but the entire class splits the $30,000. It's a straight up conflict, a life-changing score for him versus a nice payday for everyone else. So let's talk about that collective good option for a sec. If the coin had gone the other way, every single person in that room would have walked out with about 700 bucks. Not enough to retire on, for sure, but that would have been a pretty amazing day for the whole class, right? But then there's the other side of that coin, $30,000. For a college student, that's not just a good day. That's your tuition, that's a car, that's a huge head start in life. This massive gap between the two outcomes is what makes this whole thing so incredibly tense. So, with the stakes crystal clear and the entire class holding its breath, it all came down to one single moment of pure chance, the high stakes flip. Mr. Beast hands a student the coin with one simple instruction. You gotta flip it really high. I need a bunch of spins. You can just imagine the silence in that room. Every single eye is locked on that one piece of metal as it tumbles through the air with thousands and thousands of dollars on the line. The coin lands. The result is N. And Mr. Beast just says it, flat out. You won 30 grand. In an instant, that 50-50 chance becomes a reality. The student is $30,000 richer. But the win, that's not the end of the story. In fact, it's just the beginning of what might be the most revealing part of this whole thing, the awkward aftermath. Mr. Beast totally understands the social pressure cooker he's just created, so he immediately asks a very direct question. Is this going to make things awkward for you that you won all the money? And be honest. I mean, think about it. You're standing there richer in a room full of people who just lost out because you won. How do you even answer that? And the student's response is just incredibly telling. He says, I don't really talk to anyone that's rude. It's like a preemptive defense. Before anyone can even react, he's already putting up a wall, anticipating judgment and drawing a line between himself and any resentment coming his way. This entire exchange, from the offer to the flip to that final defensive comment, it all brings us to this powerful question. Does everything, even a moment of pure luck, come with some kind of price? And that's really the crucial point here. The student walked out of that room with $30,000. That's the undeniable win. But the question that just kind of lingers is this. He won the money, sure, but standing there in front of his now silent classmates, you have to wonder, what did he lose?